Hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, Handman Nation. Today we're going to be covering the new updates coming to Warzone 2 on February 15th. We're only going to be covering the Warzone part of things and like the general here, so let's get started. We're going to read it off and hopefully everyone enjoys the video. If you enjoy the video, man, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. It really helps the channel and in the algorithm, so let's go. We're going to get right into it here. Thank you.
The rest of my classes
Alright, so we got crashes and stability. We remain dedicated to improving the overall stability and performance of our games, including reduced crashes across all platforms and titles. Expect the Season 2 patch notes to further detail specific bug fixes and changes ahead of February 15th. So can't wait for that. Now, we're on to the audio. This is a big thing, man. The audio has been bad. So here we go. Data suggests that some PC players may be experiencing audio issues due to discrepancies in the number of channels they are outputting. We've added an option to force PC to stereo output. Please be sure to check Windows and in-game audio settings are set correctly accordance with your listening environment. Investigation into player reports regarding audio led us to identifying a previously unknown issue impacting occlusion across the game. Audio occlusion is a filter that is applied based on the type of material that an object or structure is composed of, primarily based on its thickness and how it blocks the full frequency and sound. Only large structural objects should apply the filter, but we found some small items like stapler or a pile of rags on the ground that were causing the filter to turn on when it shouldn't have. For example, a wastebasket that was tagged with the incorrect material may have occluded the sound like it was behind the wall, making it sound more difficult for a player to hear. This issue will be addressed in the Season 2 update, and we continue to work on the fixes and new audio features to better our players' experience. That's great. I mean, hopefully we'll actually be able to hear footsteps, and like, you know, you can always hear a box and you can't tell where the fuck it's actually coming from, so like, hopefully that actually fixes that. We're on to UI. A number of UI updates are coming to Season 2 to improve overall flow of in-game menus. These updates include improved navigation and organization of camo menu, which is nice. That camo menu is a mess. More polished social tab, including improved channel swapping and player muting. New My Bundles screen. Quick equip items from Battle Pass, My Bundles, and Store. Reticle previews in Store and Gunsmith. Improved clarity of attachment blocking logic in Gunsmith, and many more bug fixes, thank God. We've also recently introduced a fix that restored instance speed of recent players in menu, status refresh of friends. Further details on these changes and more will appear on Season 2 patch notes. Perfect. Now into the experience. Improved after action report with audio. Thank God, because the after action report is terrible. Play again feature in Battle Royale. That will be nice. Bug fixes for inconsistencies between challengers, Battle Pass, and weapon progression. That's nice. Now we're into weapon balancing. So here we got the weapon balancing is something we are always analyzing, and will be analyzing weapons for Season 2 just like any other season or mid-season update. Details on weapon balancing can be found in the upcoming Season 2 launch patch notes. We're excited to discuss some changes to Armor Below that will make more consistent engagement in Warzone 2. Alright, now we're actually into the Battle Royale tab. That was just general. So now we're in the Battle Royale tab, and we'll read it all one by one. We're in the gulag here. I'm sure most of you have already heard, but we're going to read it off anyways. It's going to be a 1v1 gulag. We'll be returning with the launch of Season 2. With this change, players will see the return of the original Warzone overtime mechanic, the domination style flag control point in place of the jailer. In order to bring this change online sooner, we have edited the existing Season 1 gulag for better 1v1 combat. We're actively working on dedicated 1v1 map for future seasons, so that's cool. There might be a new map in future seasons. We've also made some logistical changes to the gulag experience. Around loot has been revisited, as well as the loadouts that players will spawn in with. We've updated the pool to include assault rifles, submachine guns, and light machine guns as primary weapons. As the circles progress, shotguns have been removed from the rotation, while handguns will remain available as a secondary weapons. That's perfect. For those leaving the arena victorious, the gulag will grant a larger cash reward to players. This change to cash will allow redeploying players to get back on their feet a bit faster. Alongside increased victory cash rewards mentioned in the previous section, the gulag will now spawn cash as ground loot to encourage and reward players willing to prowl the arena. I mean, that's kind of neat, but I don't really know how, like, does that mean people are going to be running around looking for someone again? Like, yeah, I don't want to be running around the whole entire map to be looking for someone. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. And we got the cash economy. In addition to the cash changes in the gulag outlined above, we are balancing the battle royale economy with slight reduction in cash rewards for completing contracts. Additionally, we are increasing the lowest value of cash piles from the ground loot to 800 and from cash registers to 500. Previously, $100 was minimum. In addition to this, cash can be acquired via ground loot containers and white stronghold boxes throughout Al Mazrah, but can no longer be found in basic and legendary supply boxes.
I have no idea.
This redistribution should make for a quicker and more consistent gameplay in the pursuit of resources. That's very true. So let's hope that actually goes as to plan. Now we're on to loot and inventory. As announced last week, we're shifting away from loot windows, menus, and to floating loot. That will now drop out of all containers in the world, similar to loot from supply boxes. This change is intended to improve the pace of gameplay by minimizing time spent navigating the UI and getting players back into the action faster. We were excited to see the new backpack system give players the agency to customize their inventory for a desired playstyle or role within the squad. In our continued effort to balance engagements, medium/large backpacks will no longer be available and eliminated. Players will drop loot onto the ground rather than loot-filled backpacks. Every player will have the same backpack throughout the entire game, which will subsequently reduce the impact of stacking medical supplies, equipment, and kill streaks. We will continue to look for feedback and provide updates that streamline the looting experience for everyone. I mean, that's pretty neat, but like the only downfall that I find there is like we're not going to be able to store that third gun. And honestly, that third gun was a big deal for sometimes, man. Like I did enjoy running, you know, an AR, SMG, and then grabbing the sniper for, you know, some sniper support. But you know, that's not the end of the world. Like that's going to be big, I think. Not everyone's going to have about 16 self-revives, so that's nice. Or, you know, 12 airstrikes, like that's nice right there. Alright, now we're into the loadout section. Loadouts have always been a core part of Warzone's Battle Royale and something we pay close attention to. The changes players have seen with the launch of Warzone 2 and since then have ultimately been in pursuit of the most fulfilling experience for the individual and the team. All while keeping things challenging as such, we're making further changes to how players acquire part of the entirety of their loadouts. Okay? Season 2 will introduce customizable perk packages. This feature will launch with a slightly reduced pool of available perks, which may slowly reintroduce over time. We want to navigate this particular feature as carefully as possible, ensure that all available perks provide ample utility and remain viable/balanced options. That's fair. Primary weapons will continue to be available at buy stations, but now at a more affordable price point so that players can pursue victory with their most desired weapons. We also remain happy with the introduction of loadout drop markers, though we have taken a careful look at the price point. The price of the loadout drop markers has been slightly reduced so that respective squad sizes can acquire their full loadouts at a faster pace. In addition, on extremely rare occasions, players may find one while looting throughout Al Mazrah. A second loadout drop public event has been added, which means the drops will now happen on the 1st and the 5th circles each match. So that's nice. That's real nice. Now we're on to some additional changes here. Alright, for additional changes, We got 3-plate vests. We're continuously evaluating the pace of combat engagements and have decided to make the change. All players will now start with a 3-plate vest. Varying sizes of vests will no longer exist in Battle Royale loot. This standardization will bring a more reliable feel to each engagement from the get-go. We'll continue at looking at data about optimizing downtime and improving the ability to recover from a prior engagement. That's fair. That's going to be nice. I mean, now everyone's going to have a 3-plate vest no matter what. Everyone, like, that's going to be nice, I think, in my opinion. Alright, we're into the movement. We have made an important tweak to movement that should yield better outcomes for players in combat. Starting with Season 2, players will be able to bust through doors while plating, the way they would if they were sprinting. This change includes a slight increase to movement speed while plating to enable players to get to cover faster in moments of need. Buy stations. In order to make buy stations and their goods easier to access, we revamped our approach. Spawn locations and have been added/adjusted. Spawns will be static across the map, and loadout drop markers have unlimited stock at all stations. Wow, that's way better now. As always, we continue to monitor the global balance of our economy and availability of resources as we move forward. And last but not least, we're down to the strongholds. Strongholds provide an alternative gameplay experience with high payoff for those willing to tackle the objective, and for others interested in robbing players of their rewards. That is fucking true, and I love it. We are committed to providing a balanced engagement for players who choose to enter Strongholds. Season 2 will bring changes to the reward players receive from Strongholds and Black Site completion, as well as additional adjustments to AI combatant damage. Thank God, man, that AI damage needed to go. Anyways, that is all for today, and like I said, boys and girls, if you all enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video. Without further ado, this is your boy Handman, and welcome back, Handman Nation, and we're signing off.
Wow.
See you later.
It didn't even show any